That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one quick question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. People were asking me, Rashad, so you're gonna take a day off, right? You're gonna take a day off since the internet's out. I said, man, I gotta go hotspot. I cannot miss a day. I think I'm gonna go to the store and get me a cold ball. But anyways, yeah, I'm back at it. Cannot miss a day. But this is going to be a shorter stream, so shorter videos here. And the video that we are going to start off with today is Malaysia Full Valley. So apparently Malaysia Full Valley has a visit coming up with LSU. And so yeah, soon, quote unquote, according to multiple sources, LSU seems to be the front runner at this point to land Full Valley. And this is coming from Skim Milky Women's Basketball's Trilly Donovan, now Trilly Donovan 2, Nat Kim Mulkey. So one of those like scoop pages on social media. And they have a what do they have? They have a launch pass Discord where they give a bunch of scoops and a lot of the rumors and tea. So there was more tea that came out on this, but they were like, this is not cool that it came out. All right, bet. Hold on, let me get the settings right. Yo. Okay, bet. So someone sent it to me through text, and I gotta go quickly before my hotspot runs out because my internet connection is already looking like on one bar. But yeah, someone sent it through me to text, and essentially what was going on, they said was, allegedly speaking, all rumored, Malaysia Full Valley's mother kind of pushed Lay to enter the portal for the sake of getting more money. And yeah, and that's pretty much kind of what happened. And Malaysia wanted to go back to South Carolina herself once the news kind of got out there that she was going to the portal, but Don wouldn't let her come back. So that is the rumors. Obviously, the first thing that I predicted was Ole Miss. It looked like Ole Miss was heating up, and then rumors of a Ole Miss South Carolina thing was coming. I think it was from one of the scoop pages actually. And then it got to the point where it got so loud, where Coach Yo had to say, no, this isn't true. You know what I'm saying? Please stop saying that. Like it's not true. We don't tamper over here, everything like that. And then I made another video a couple of days ago where I said that the SEC rules, because people kept commenting that's against the rules, that's against the rules. So I looked up the SEC rules, and the SEC rule said that you can't transfer from one SEC school to another, or you have to sit out a year. Apparently, confirmed by Reed Darcy today. Shout out to Reed Darcy, my dog. He said that that's just football. That's a football rule. He said that it's not the case for any other sport. So because of that, you see these rumors from Malaysia Full Valley. And the same day, the reason why it even came up is because Aaliyah Del Rosario, former LSU center, she committed to Vandy today. And I was like, doesn't she have to sit out a year? She went from LSU. And he's like, nah. And then I believe South Carolina's new center came from I want to say they came from Ole Miss. So they came from, but I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me look this up. And make sure. Shout out to Talia as always, Talia Goodman. She's the one that I'm trusting with everything when it comes to this portal news. Okay, cool. No, Mississippi State. So Mississippi State transfer. Yeah. So I knew it was one of the Mississippi schools they got to transfer in. So 2 SEC in conference transfers today, and that just pretty much proves like, yes, you can transfer to another SEC school if you're an SEC player and don't have to sit out for a year. So that rule, I guess, just applies to football. So I don't know what this means in terms of Lay still being open to going to Ole Miss and playing for Coach. I don't know. because I mean, you see what happened with Keone McMiller's situation, right? Where she was like, whoever commented on her Instagram account, who said she was going to Penn State? Who said that? And then they end up announcing today at the New York Stock Exchange, yeah, we're going to Penn State. So, you know what I'm saying? Could be all smoke and mirrors. You know, you just never know with these things. But yeah, that's what's going on there. But if LSU gets Malaysia, first of all, I don't know about the fit at LSU because I feel like Michaela and Flage already have the scoring guard wing options kind of already locked down. So it's like it's kind of a crowded backcourt. If you put full volley there at the one and you have her run point, what I've heard is coming into LSU and stuff like that is like a lot of just Kim Mulkey likes the traditional point guard where they just kind of run the show and that's it. Bring the ball up, general, kind of floor general, things of that sort. You're not necessarily a scorer and things of that nature, which is ironic because I felt like Alexis Morris was exactly that, like a scorer and everything, and they won a national championship that year. But ever since then, it's been last year Poa because I've always asked, like, why didn't Flage just run point? They're like, because LSU Mulkey doesn't really like the point guards just to be scoring and then this and that. That's just what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Now, if you watch LSU all the time and you're like, no, LSU just hasn't have scoring point guards, there's that. But in terms of what I've seen ever since Alexis Morris with Hailey Van Lith not really being able to play her game because she's more of a scorer than a point guard and struggling to fit and never fit in versus, last year Poa just kind of being like bringing up the ball for the first couple minutes of the game before sitting for the rest of the game. She only averaged 12 minutes a game last season and things of that sort. So, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that is true. Like LSU's point guard's main job under Kim Mulkey is literally to bring the ball up, pass the ball, and keep the offense flowing, not necessarily score. So I don't know how Lay fits there if that is the thing, unless Mulkey just kind of pulls the Band-Aid off and just lets them kind of go at it. But, you have those three, and then you have Kate Koval from Notre Dame, and then you have Amaya as well, Amaya Joyner from Eastern Carolina. I pulled up Amaya's numbers, and Amaya's numbers is crazy. I said, oh, hold on now. 15-9? Oh, what are we talking about now? She almost averaged about 15-10. 2 seasons before that, she averaged 10 rebounds and then 10 rebounds again. So, you know what I'm saying? And then they might get the best big in the portal, Sarah Williams. So if they get them, bro, you're looking at another situation a couple years ago when they had she said she's not going there. Why would I go to a school like that? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Nate? But yeah. But yeah. Sarah, bro. You're talking about another situation of LSU a couple years ago when they had Hailey Van Lith, Anycia Morrow, Angel Reese, Flage. Like, they had the whole super team kind of portal thing going on and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see if that happens again with LSU. And I think they're already kind of primed as a Elite Eight team. They solidified themselves to at least get back to where they've been the last 2 seasons. But they can push themselves into the Final Four with Sarah Williams or Full Valley or both, for sure with both. And I think they could give UConn a run for their money. This is, of course, extremely, extremely premature, but this is just me talking right now. So, yeah, there's that. I have to keep it moving, y'all, tonight because I'm on hotspot and I don't want to be over no 30 minutes on hotspot. So, anyways, Shannon Sharpe. Let's go to Shannon Sharpe. So, Shannon Sharpe, for those of you who have not heard, he's been accused of doing bad things to a woman that he allegedly used to have a relationship with. And yeah, so Shannon Sharpe, after the report started going around, his lawyers started lawyers just came out with a statement. Hold on, give me a second here. Okay, bet. Thank you. His lawyers came out with a statement And it starts off pretty crazy. Like it gets to the point where I don't even want to click on the words to make the statement larger. But it's essentially like crazy text messages, extremely vulgar, extremely just unfiltered. And in a way, it really proves Shannon Sharpe's case of just like, this was a consensual thing. And as you can see, it was almost like she's holding me hostage a bit. What I'm saying, kind of holding money over my head. And this Tony Busby guy, he's going for the silver case to get money. They're suing me for $50 million. And this is what they're going, money, money, money. And of course, this comes a couple days after it was announced that Shannon Sharpe was a free agent. His media company and everything like that was free agents, and they were looking for a production company to partner with after their contract with Colin Cowherd and his company running out. And they said they expected whoever they signed with the production deal to be in the 100 millions. And so, of course, a couple days after that, someone from his past allegedly sues him and tries to get up to 50 million. And crazy work. Being a celebrity is so crazy, bro. Like the things I hear with celebrity is just on crazy, unfathomable. But anyways, regardless, beyond that, the big takeaway here is it's like a question for y'all of just like, would you put out the most embarrassing like private stuff about yourself to prove yourself innocent? And I guess for $50 million, for $50 million, I'll say the most embarrassing stuff of our interactions to save myself $50 million and my reputation. Man, y'all gonna put that on my name? I rather hey, I'm not even gonna lie. People calling Shannon Sharpe weird, this and that, for his his way of kind of like going and things of that sort. I'm trying to think of words beyond the other words so YouTube doesn't yellow mark me or anything like that, right? And I'm pretty sure he much rather people call him weird and all of these things, and someone who might kind of show signs and patterns of someone who is showing self-hatred. I much rather he get accused of that as opposed to get accused for the very serious thing that he's being charged with and accused of in a court of law. So man, I think Shannon Sharpe said, hey, put it on Front Street, because this right now has got 51,000 likes, 9.3 million views the same day that the Pope dies. And this is like the bigger story on Twitter with one particular demographic and stuff like that. So yeah, man. So here it is. I'm gonna, like I'm saying, I'm not gonna zoom on it. Well, hold on. Is there a okay? I'm not gonna zoom on it because I don't want to blow it up too big, because that might give me yellow mark too. So I'll read it from here. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and with it while you are doing things with me. Gabriela Zunga said in the text message to Shannon Sharpe on October 7, 2023. They put the dates, receipts. I know you miss his big, juicy behind. $25,000 a cheek. Oh my gosh. She was asking for money since before, way back when. On January 1st, 2025. This lawsuit filed by Gabrielle Zunga. All right, I'm gonna click on it now because I think it's pretty safe for the rest of the way. I had to block this out. I don't know how to block it out. But this lawsuit filed by Gabrielle Zunga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. By the way, just heads up, if you guys don't know Tony Busby. So Tony Busby was the same attorney who was the Jane Doe just came after Jay-Z and his character, and Jay-Z and him people like countersued and was like, Tony Busby, this hacked attorney in Hollywood, he's been doing this for years. So yeah, Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. not in my house. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Miss Zunga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. As Ms. Zunga is Zunanga, whatever your name, has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited recording of to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. Oh, that's so embarrassing, bro. Jeez Louise, man. Fellas and ladies, the most important thing that you need to keep in mind of is like who you choose to really, really like. That stuff is really serious. And it has so many ramifications from children to diseases to cases to legal. Like, it's just so much with it. Please, 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 please don't just think in the heat of the moment and make impulsive decisions based off of your flesh. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just be smart, bro. Be smart. Because this stuff, it just is not worth it. This is embarrassing, bro. Like he like his legal team is requesting unedited of their private that should have just stayed to themselves. Crazy. All right. Set the record straight. We are releasing several of Miss Zunanga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and intimate in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegation she makes in her lawsuit, consensual intimacy continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheat. Sheesh, as quoted from the above text message to Sharpe. There are other examples from Ms. Zunga, for example. And here's where it gets crazy. This is where everybody's making the jokes. This is why everybody's warning to everybody, flash warning to my mother. Of course, I'm not gonna say the words out loud, so you don't have to be disappointed in me. This is just what came from Shannon Sharpe's legal representation. Here it goes. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. Only if you put that black gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. I should also say pause before I read these out loud. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I'm going to put my tongue in your backside and then marry you. I'm going to put my thumb in I'm sorry. That's the future. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, January 12th, 2024. That's my daddy. Man, do I want you to put a big black baby in me? Insane. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 6th, 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. All right. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, August 11th, 2024. This is like recent. Relatively. When was the Michelle thing? Bro? Sheesh. All right. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphics, intimate communications initiated by Mrs. Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was consensual adult relationship that included role playing, intimate language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempts tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages, that the activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all a part of her planned setup as a part of the blackmail scheme, as distorted of her edited tape, a copy by which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of force or gross lie of the word and will not submit to anything he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims and vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. So as always, they did Nightcap tonight with Joe Johnson. Shout out to Joe Johnson, Atlanta legend. And I don't think they mentioned it. I guess this was it. Just let the legal people talk and don't even address it. Last time he addressed it, but it was much more lighthearted when he was on Instagram Live with Michelle and things of that sort. So yeah. So Van Lathan, shout out to Van Lathan and his podcast that he does as well. And yeah, he said this woman's bio is hilarious, all caps with a bunch of laughing emojis, and it says, Gabrielle Zanega, I am not associated with Shannon Sharpe. I'm from Canada. She's not like us. She's not like us. This corny. I get it. Yeah, it's corny. He said, I'm gonna say something when you said on my podcast years ago, you have to move and think differently when you're an athlete. Shannon clearly doesn't understand. 100%, 100%, Nate. 100%. So clearly something happened between these two because I wasn't the girl in the Instagram video. 100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You're right, Nate. You're right, Nate. It is exactly what that is. But yeah, man. 100%. And the joke I made, I can definitely acknowledge that was a corny millennial joke. This is definitely an unk joke. Do I apologize? No, because I acknowledge where it came from and what it is. So. Yeah. Vitaly was in the Philippines. Apparently, he's facing, reportedly, allegedly, 24 to 36 months to even have his hearing, to even start trial or anything like that. It's crazy. Because they want to make an example out of him, allegedly. But I haven't seen any of the videos of what he's doing in Philippines. Of course, I know who Vitaly is just from I'm on YouTube right now. So I grew up on YouTube. I'm a YouTube kid. And Vitaly and the pranks and all that was a hot thing when I was 13, 14, 15 and stuff like that. So yeah, here's what he was doing in Philippines apparently.
I need toilet, please, toilet, please. I'm about to take a shit.
And mind you, I think he's banned from the NBA and other I don't know if he did something at the World Cup, but yeah, he's banned from a lot of stuff. He ran into the court during one of the Cavs Warriors finals and stuff like that. I believe it was 2015. If I'm not mistaken, it might be 2016, but I think it was 2015 when he did it.
No. This is not how you make the burger. Show me how you do it. Don't worry, brother. I got it. Don't worry. I'm the manager. My name is Vitaly McDonald. Is me. The manager told me to cook.
This music probably.
Don't make me look for it. All right, let's go. I guess. Salt. Give me salt.
No, that.
Can I have salt, please, sir? Sir, don't worry. I'm cooking. I'm making a meal. Okay, we're out. That's it. I'll pay. Sir, how are you? His order. Let me see what the fuck did I just cook. Holy shit. Try.
No.
Wow.
No. Yeah, he deserved that. He deserved that for sure. I ain't gonna lie. Another goofy that surfaced from main character syndrome. He clearly needs to see that lady or the man in the office. Well, I mean, he'll have plenty of time to do that. 24 to 36 months, allegedly. To sit. So, yeah. Here's the video.
I'm gonna rob you.
Sira ulo ko. Hindi naman Pilipino, pwede ko mamurahin.
Your scooter now. Give me your scooter now.
One more.
Give me a ride. Yes, you're gonna take a ride.
Ang isa pa nating nakita ngayong linggo,
We
yung
saw the anger
na pinanggagawa
by
ng
a
isang
foreign blogger in our city.
I'm gonna rob you.
Oh, who is this? Is this the president or something? This just a journalist? But either this or
Biro
not.
man na ito o hindi, sino naman Pilipino
Who
ang
did
hindi
the log
kukulo
dipper?
ang dugo sa napapanood natin? Kinakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, nang aasar lang, ng
Okay, so see, here's the thing with these things. I want to read it out loud for the people who have this up in another tab or something. But a lot of times I'll do that and people be like, yo, we can see the video. They have a point. But I'll read it out loud anyways. In the short term,
Isip lang, ng babastos
just
lang
to
para makakuha
give
ng
viewers,
mga viewers. Huwag tayong
let's
sasama
not
dyan
go
sa
there
ganyang
in that kind of way.
klaseng ugali. Hindi naman
This
ganyan
is
ang
not
ugaling
the way
Pilipino.
Philip was
Asahan
born.
ninyo, yung
Wherever you
mga
go,
gumagawa
those
ng
people
ganyan,
that we won't let
hindi natin pababayaan na patuloy nilang ginagawa.
Tapos na po ang mga
after all
tauhan,
bodies,
akala na lang,
you
kaya
know,
na lang napastangin
so they
ang mga Pilipino.
defiled the
Ito'y
Philistines.
ehemplo.
This is an example.
Seryoso tayo
We're nervous.
sa sariling
Our own
bayan natin.
country.
Hindi tayo
We will not read.
magpapapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpapagpap
with this, it was gonna be a bunch of other people. Like the way y'all know the way that YouTube and all that works. It's like the most racist town in America, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like that random town, Monticello, Arkansas, I believe it is. And like once one black YouTuber went there and did a video, all the black YouTubers go there. Like Canel, Pootie, Gideon, like all of them go over there, and they like go over there constantly. Like Pootie goes over there. He's like all over the world, and you know, if he gets bored in America, he just goes to the most racist town in America and goes to that dude's house. It's you know, just crazy. Yeah. The Philistines will be gathered at once, create descendants. It's very expensive. So it's a shame to see that we have come down to such a high level
sa
in
atin
that world.
na matawanan
That only
lamang
laugh
at
and
hindi
do
na palakihin ang
not
mga
only increase these challenges, but we don't need to solve this problem anymore. We should grow on the bones. You are with the government and respect these
ay
people.
magsilbing aral ito.
Hopefully this is teaching and institutions. And he went down to the Philippines, preached the gospel to them in the synagogue, in our cities. Today, the precious day will come. Let us choose peace. We have chosen salvation for ourselves and more from our families. The new Philippines were waiting for his people. Oh, wow. This is okay. And the new Philip came in peace and peace. Yeah, he's cooked more than on the street. Let's make ourselves humble. Let's all live and washed away. Yeah, he's cooked, bro. Vitaly's cooked, dude. Because like they took it as disrespect, and they know like if they didn't make an example out of him, like YouTubers are just gonna keep doing it, and in worse and more annoying ways. He's cooked for sure.
He cannot get out until the court hearing is finished. The court in the Philippines is packed, and it's very backed up. It's super slow, which means 2 to 3 years before trial, we have a guaranteed minimum, even if he was not guilty, of 2 to 3 years. Amazing.
And wait until you hear about the conditions that he's going to be staying in for the next 2 to 3 years, because it's not great.
He will not receive special treatment. He will have the same meals, 70 pesos, $1.20 per day. He's sharing a jail cell with multiple inmates. He's going to have multiple Filipinos in that jail cell with him, and no air conditioning. The average temperature
air conditioning
is 97
Oh my God.
degrees Fahrenheit. Means he cannot get out until the court hearing is finished. The court in the Philippines is packed, and it's very backed up. It's super slow, which means 2 to 3 years before
Jeez.
trial, we have a
My boy is cooked. Vitaly, you cook. But take this as a lesson, everybody. But I mean, Vitaly, like he never had to learn, bro. Like, bro got banned from the NBA like 10 years ago. Like, he don't care. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe this changes him. Maybe I don't know. I feel like this is like when I see a guy like Andrew Hales, like he kind of recognized when pranking YouTube was no longer a thing, and people kind of moved to just more normal content. Unless you're like Funny Marco, like he still made a career off of pranks in Walmart and stuff like that. But like Andrew Hills, he recognized once pranks were no longer a thing in public experiments and all that, he shifted to something else, or he was like, okay, I'm too old for this. Vitaly just hung on to it because that's what made him rich and that's what got him attention. and now he's going to real jail for it. So I don't know, man. I don't know what he's gonna do when he gets out. I don't know if he goes back to just doing it again and to prove to the world that he doesn't care. And he says, "I'm not doing it for the money. I genuinely do not care about anything." I don't know. I don't know, bro. But like people, especially in America, as you guys know, like folks get way too comfortable. You seen the situation with the DeMar DeRozan the other day. If y'all didn't know, DeMar DeRozan was at a dinner the other day, and a fan comes up to him on the selfie video while he's at the table waiting for his food. Hey, yo, DeMar, and puts the camera in his face. DeMar looked at that camera. He smacked that thing down. He said, "Bro, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you?" He said, "You my hero, DeMar. You my hero." DeMar hit him with the bing, bing, bing. DeMar hit him with the bing, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bam. Top of you want to understand. But yeah. Two Kendrick references. But yeah, man. This, I don't know. People are just like, you can't do that in real life, bro. It's a lot of times where people realize like you can't do stuff in real life. Like Agent, he just had this little kind of mini viral clip during his kind of marathon, and he just had his birthday. Happy birthday, Agent Zero, friend of the channel, obviously on the channel, things of that sort. But yeah, like Agent was in this thing where he was arguing with the guys at Publix, and the dude at Publix was like, "I told you this before, like a couple of years ago. Like you can't just come in here filming, recording. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that." Like I used to get mad about Target having that policy because there's a lot of times where I like just wanted to take a picture or something, and they're like, "No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta leave. You gotta leave." And I'm like, man, it's crazy. I ain't even trying to do all that. I ain't even trying to get nobody else. We're just getting ourselves. But at the end of the day, bro, if people want to say that, people can say that. However, outside in parking lots and in public spaces, you can record regardless. But on somebody else's property and somebody's business, they can set the ground rules. And if they want to say no cameras around with kids just running around trying to entertain their viewers and their chat and stuff like that, then no cameras. Like just respect it, bro. I don't know. Boundaries, law is a reason, like it's there for a reason. And just bending it for the sake of laughs and entertainment. And I mean, I understand it got you rich. So it's like, who am I to tell you to stop or not do it? But I feel like it's up to us, the viewers and the audience, to stop rewarding that type of content and behavior, because it's only going to incentivize them to continue to do it. And it's always been around. Like pranks have always been around. Like even the days of like on the radio, like Nephew Tommy and the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, or no, that's Steve Harvey, where he goes and makes a prank call. Like, so pranks have always been a thing, but I don't know. I think they just go too far a lot of times, for real. And for the sake of content, and we just keep, incentivizing it by like watching it and giving them money and making them rich. And now they buy like mansions and fancy cars and all this from pranks, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, Druski. I'm saying the same thing over and over. Druski, man. He put $2 on gas. Real motivation. I know that pain. Shout out to Biz. But so the time that Druski was allegedly in a situation where a woman was taken advantage of with Diddy and Meek Mill and Jaguar Wright was involved and stuff like that. And Druski was like, "This isn't true. I was broke at the time. I was not no public figure at the time." So he shared his Bank of America statements as a part to make this case. And he literally had 91 cents, bro. 91 cents, dude. Here's the transactions. It's a lot of Zelle transactions between this woman named Cheryl with his same last name. I would assume this is his mom giving him money through Zelle, like $20. Like I think he paid her back, or it was a couple other people and stuff like that. And he's spending money. His purchases were Peachtree Duluth. I don't know what this was. I don't know what this was. All right, so Shell, $6. Is that $6? Yeah, I think that's $6. No, that's $4. $4 at the Shell. Matlock, $6. McDonald's, $2.12. Bro, he was broke, bro. You hear rappers and people say they broke all the time. Like, he was broke, bro. $20 withdrawal. Cold Stone, $12. Hey, yo, bro, come on, bro. And then the Shell $2. Oh my goodness. And then McDonald's, bro, 381. Bro, I'm hungry just reading this, bro. He sounded like he was starving. Jeez Louise. Records also show Druski made 16 phone calls on March 23rd, 2018, all from Georgia. And that's the same day the lawsuit claims that he do woman and everything like that. Bank and phone info put. Okay, there it is. So yeah. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Drewski's cleared. If anything, it's just like, geez Louise, man. He was broke, bro. That's the lesson here. He was hurting. When people say they broke, you say, oh, okay, like you think like normal broke, like working 725 broke. Nah, this man was $2, $3 meals, bro. Thank goodness it was in 2018 when you could get a meal for $3, $2 at McDonald's. But geez Louise. There's another thing I pulled up, but I'm not gonna react to that. I'm gonna cut this one short today, stream short today, so it's gonna be probably about 40-50 minutes. But Anycia, she dropped a snippet. I don't want to play the snippet for the sake of copyright, but it's hard. And she said, I'm back on it again. And the face, she got a serious face, like she not playing with y'all. So I listened to it. I said, she not playing with it. Like she getting this energy. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, everything I say, it come from a place of love, because I know what people is capable of, and I seen it. The potential, everything like that. She rapping on this, and she giving the energy. And she said, y'all rapping like y'all don't care. Y'all rapping, da, 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 da. I felt like I got that from me. I said, talk. She said, where's my man? Da, da, da. I said, I come inside of the VM. That's what I'm talking about. See, when I see greatness in folks and I believe in folks, I put my stock in folks and they prove me right and they go to the top, and then they might have just an off record. Don't let them slip up once on a single, especially a big single with 2 major artists on it and 1 mainstream mega star on it. And people say, oh, is this trash? And they get your most views. I said, no, y'all don't understand. This girl, man, I'll never see you lay that bang. I'll never see you lay that bang. I'll never see you lay that bang. I'll never see you lay that ATM. This lady, man. I just went big body on I'm big body. Put Lindsay on my toes. I just went big body on her. You can eat me up, but I ain't. No. Get money out the sunroof. I don't know nobody. I can't trust them on her. I don't want nobody in my business because I'm grown. It's Anycia, bro. Like big Nene. This is I'm super clean. Super clean. I was being honest, but he's soft on everything. I mean, anyway, I say all this to say, bro, like she could really rap. And I'm really, really proud that she's really, really rapping on the snippet. She understood the assignment, but also it kind of made me kind of mad because I'm like, why didn't you come like this on the joint with Never Need? Why didn't you come like this on Never Need? I didn't get it. I never like, why couldn't we get this Nene on Never Need, like to match Glorilla? You could have went bar for bar with Glorilla, for real. And Glorilla, I respect her pen, everything like that for sure. Glorilla cold. Glorilla can actually rap. But like, you know what I'm saying? You could have, you know what I mean? But salute to Anycia, bro. I'm looking forward to this. By the way, while I'm on the topic of music, I'll just keep this in here. I previously made the video about Kendrick opening up his tour and how I expected Kendrick to drop his deluxe or to drop a project or to drop a song or something like that coming up. Apparently, it's just the TV off music video. Ew. And no offense to TV off and music videos in general, but like, man, I don't care about no dang music video right now for TV off. I know how the song sound. I seen it at the Super Bowl. Monster, I get it. I want a new song or a deluxe, GNX deluxe. That's what I want, or a project. Better yet, when he dropped GNX, DJ Head said, oh yeah, he got 2 of them ready. He's coming back very, very soon. Man, that was November, bro. It is April. The Grand National Tour done started. We ain't got nothing new from Kendrick except for them unreleased verses that he keep performing. So I mean, that's it, bro. That's it, bro. We ain't getting no new songs from Kendrick. No new project. All right, let me switch it up to the I guess the I don't know, darkest thing, whatever you want to call it, man. I'll pull up the little screenshot of it. Oh, what he say about Ferg? Oh, he just put a heart for Ferg. All right, cool. It's crazy. He like screenshot at a Google thing. But yeah. So if you guys didn't know, with Kanye, he dropped a new song. It's called Cousin, and it's talking about his cousin, who he and him had an inappropriate relationship with each other. His male cousin, when they were both kids, and Kanye said it came from going through his father's stuff and going through his father's magazines when his cousin was 6 years old. And then so they were 6 years old, right? Or his cousin was 6 years old, and they went through the Playboy magazines and stuff like that, and they reenacted it. And he said, so long story short, I was doing things of suggestive nature with my cousin until I was 14 years old. And this definitely hit, because I think more so than, I know a lot of people like, oh, the shock factor of it, but I think the larger message here is gay, not bisexual, whatever the case might be. The biggest message here is children are such delicate creatures, bro. Babies, like, they absorb everything. They are, sponges. They are products of their environment. So it's like, we have to be so careful with children. Like, the older I've gotten, especially, like, I think the first time I realized this was probably in college, of just like how much my childhood shaped me to become like the grown-up person I ended up becoming and things of that sort. And I know, like, people say, oh, you guys are gonna make excuses when you were a kid, like, grow up, like, you can't just keep blaming your childhood. But no, like, that stuff shapes really who you are. It's like the base level of who you are for the rest of your life. A lot of that stuff is, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough, bro. Like, I'm saying because I dealt with that, like, kind of firsthand. Now I ain't do that what Ye was saying and stuff like that, but I would say, you know what I mean, like, I was the oldest and things of that sort at the time, and being the oldest, it's like, they ain't know, you know what I'm saying? Parents don't know, like, exactly everything what to do, you know what I'm saying? So some stuff might slip through the cracks. So it's like, you might watch what you usually watch, movies and stuff like that, TV shows, and then when times happen or whatever, you're told to, we watched Ali. Ali came out 2002. I'm probably like 7, and yeah, Ali had a couple of them crazy scenes, and I had to, put your head down, fucking did it. And of course, as a 7-year-old, whatever, when someone tell you don't look, you want to peep, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And I don't know. So I definitely get where Ye is coming from, and how those moments as a child followed me throughout my teen years, young adult years, everything like that. Like, Phil Kofer was talking about his struggles and stuff like that, of how Phil Kofer never had a problem with, how he never had an issue with drugs, with weed, cigarettes, never had an issue with vaping, never had an issue with drinking alcohol or anything else. But like, when it came to like women and lust and things of that sort, like, he say, like, that's been a stumbling block for him. And I feel him on that for sure. And it definitely, I think it all kind of stems from those childhood moments of things that you weren't, you know what I'm saying, supposed to look at or whatever in case might be. And so I say all this to say, I think the biggest lesson here goes beyond Ye just saying something that shocks people, that gets people talking more than the Pope dying today, right? I think the main thing here is you have to watch children all the time. How you act with children, how you raising children. Like a lot of people get on the parent over here. I'm over here in New Orleans in the Bayou, and you know, we have Reese over here. And Reese, for those of y'all don't know, is the little kid. He gets little big plates, large portion size meals, eats like a grown man, and hey baby, we're gonna have rice and a salad to keep it healthy. But it's not really that healthy. Like it's like sweets and stuff like that. And so the comment section gets on her so much, and it can come across as hate and things of that sort. But truthfully, people are genuinely just looking out for the young man, because it's like, if that might be there, I have no clue. I do not know that people. I don't know them people. I don't know the family, anything like that. But say hypothetically that was the oldest one. That's your first time being a parent. They don't know no better, bro. Like they're figuring out how to be a parent on the fly. So it's like when you get these online messages and comments, it's not always just people hating. Like people just looking out for the kid, because it's very tough to be an overweight kid. You know what I'm saying? Like kids are mean, bro. When it comes to roasting, like kids were extremely mean to me and stuff like that. But I was never fat. You know what I'm saying? Like I was never this or that. Like that a lot of other kids had to go through and deal with and stuff. Like I grew to be, you know what I'm saying, kind of tall to the average person and things of that sort. Like I'm not tall basketball tall, like NBA tall, nothing like that, professional athlete tall, but you know, to the average person, students and stuff like that, I kind of grew to be a decent size. So I didn't have to deal with short jokes. I ain't had to deal with fat jokes. I ain't had to deal with these jokes, these are all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's like people still said mean stuff to me, bro, and I had to deal with it. And I can only imagine how it is for fat people, because not only kids make fun of fat people, but the world makes fun of fat people, and the world hates fat people. The world is fatophobic, you know, just like how the world and American society and modern society, Western civilization hates women. The world hates fat people, bro, to be honest. So it's like when fat people do this, like, oh, you know, girl, be proud of your body, this and that, and parade like obeseness and stuff like that, it's not because it's like celebrating being out of shape and being unhealthy lifestyles. A lot of it is just like literally everybody else hates those people. They make it like terrible for them to live. They make them feel terrible for who they are. They make them feel bad for existing. It's kind of like members of the LGBTQ community, right? It's like when they do the gay pride and the parades and stuff like that and all that, and yes, queen, like, oh yeah, I'm so proud of you coming out and everything like that. Like it's not necessarily just celebrating being gay and pushing gay culture. It's literally facing threats, bullying, and being punched and physically assaulted, all of those things your entire life because you like people of the same gender as you. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like if the whole world hates you and all you receive is hate, patronizing looks, terrible stares, like judgmental looks in church, and no one really fully truly accepted you in that community, they celebrate it because it's like nobody else gonna celebrate us, bro. So we literally have to come together because nobody else likes us, nobody else rocks with us. And yeah, man. So that's what it is. I don't know how I got to talking about fat people. Oh yeah, I was talking about Reese. I was talking about kids. Yeah. So you want to raise your kids like very, very delicately and make sure you're raising them. There's no right way to do it. But it's like when people say stuff like that to Reese, like, watch how he eats. Watch it. They're literally looking out for him for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Because if he develops these habits now, like it's going to be very difficult to try to reverse that as a grown man, as a teenager even. You know what I'm saying? And so this Ye situation is just another extension of that. Like, this kid was exposed to explicit magazine material at a very young age. And so that turned into him and his cousin acting on inappropriate acts their entire childhood. Those acts their entire childhood led to a man who grew up to be an addict to such material that, you know, he snuck off and found with his cousin like 6-7 years old as children and things of that sort. It's followed him his entire life to the point where his last wife, Bianca, is going out to the Grammys see-through, wearing nothing. This is all a domino effect, you know what I mean? So, 40 years down the line, he's acting like that. So I say all of this to say children's childhoods matter so much. Children's minds are so delicate. Please treat them as you would treat like the most, I don't know, precious thing in the world, because it is the most sensitive thing in the world. Like, it even gets down to like with DDG and Halo. I think DDG's an amazing father. We don't know these people as well. But at the same time, when people in the comments say, I don't like when parents cuss around their children, that's a real thing. Because now if the kid grows up and they're spending a whole decade, their whole 20s being like, I really want to stop cussing this year. I really want to stop cussing this year. Look back at like, they grew up around just a bunch of adults just cussing around them all the time. That's all they know. Like, it was implanted in them. You aren't even giving the kid a chance to not cuss, to be a kid who don't cuss, because all you do is cuss around them. Me personally, it was easy, I feel like, for me not to cuss or whatever. I think after high school, things of that sort, it was easy for me to like not cuss and kind of like speak cleanly, because like my mom doesn't cuss that much around me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just a product of that environment. Like, anybody who cuss around her or something like that, if you come in my mom's house cussing, boy, man, she treats you like one of Satan's helpers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't play that. She'll roll up the windows in the house and get these evil spirits out. Like, my mom do not play, bro. But it's like her being like that, it made it easier for me to like just kind of walk the straight and narrow for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I definitely have my vices and things of that sort. But I think the way that I've been able to stay a certain way is just because of my upbringing. And that stuff, it matters so much. It might seem like little things, because it's like, oh, why are you being so anal with the kid? Like, let them run around the store. Let them do this. Let them do that. But you let a kid do what they want to do, and they grow up and they end up doing some heinous stuff. It's like, because like Coach said, I think it was Coach Jason Brown, who has a podcast, who came from the independent school, Last Chance U and stuff like that, where he was talking about Kyron Lacey. And he said that's like a result of, the transfer portal and NIL and like coddling kids and looking over like bad grades or this and that, because they can play football. And he say we enable these kids to do whatever they want and spoil them. So when they don't have their way in the real world, they can't handle it because they're not mentally prepared for it, because we've been coddling them their entire lives. I say all this to say the same thing, bro. Like, please watch how you raise your children. Please watch what's around your children. You can't monitor everything, especially, I have to repeat this 5 times, especially in the age of the internet, where everything is of access to them within 2 clicks. I didn't grow up in a time of that. Like, to get on the internet when I was a kid, you had to like, first of all, we didn't have a computer until I was like in 4th grade. But second of all, like, to get on the internet, you had to like start up the computer, everything like that. Log on. To log on, it took like 15 minutes, bro, to load up the computer and to get on AOL or whatever the case, the homepage. And then when you get on, it's no more phone. So your mom's not going to want you, your parent ain't going to want you to be on there that long for the sole purpose of what if somebody called a house phone and you on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was such a big thing. And the time spent on it was so much smaller. The windows were smaller and what it is now, to where a kid is given an iPad, a cell phone. Like my nephew, bro. My nephew, every time he come around, bro, all he want to do is get on my phone, ask if I got games, download some games, and play Roblox on my phone. Like that's all he wants to do. And then he sings like the TikTok songs and like they're not even singing like Disney Channel songs. Like there's no like children's stuff, bro. Like he's singing. I know the last time, or one of the last times, like in Thanksgiving, he was singing to me KSI song, like the no. He's like, do you think this song is trash or fire? Like he was singing that like us, and I've been nasty girl. You know what I'm saying? Like those are like songs for adults, and my nephew's like 8. You know what I'm saying? These are just the things that I like. We really have to be careful in an era like this where you have not much children's stuff except for Roblox, right? It's like Roblox and that's it. Like kids watch Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Black Boy, they watch the streamers. The streamers, the way they talk, it's not censored. Like Disney Channel, you can't speak the way that Kai Cenat speaks. Disney Channel, you can't speak the way that Duke Dennis speaks. Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, you can't speak the way that Agent Zero, Black Boy Max, Lacey, Ron, the Phase Boys, like you can't speak that way. You know what I'm saying? On those shows. Cartoon Network, you can't speak that way. Like you had to stay up late for Adult Swim. And even on Adult Swim, a lot of that stuff was bleeped out. Bleep, 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 bleep. The stuff that they say on those streams. And because they're just speaking like regular adults, because that's what they are, regular adults. But it's not, the internet isn't really a place for kids for real. Even YouTube Kids, like YouTube Kids might be its own thing, but what happens when a kid is able to swipe up off of YouTube Kids, go through your other apps, and then click on another app or Safari and just go to surf? You know what I'm saying? Like the internet isn't a place for kids, bro. So especially in a time like now, please watch over your kids. Please be overprotective. Please be strict. Please be all the things, bro, to make sure that your child from ages 0 to especially like 14, 15, because the kid eventually has to get like social skills and stuff like that. So they need that in high school. But leading up to that point, the formative brain years of a child and stuff like that, please make sure to just watch them, bro, because it could save so much time and problems. You don't want the kid to have a meth issue, or where you hear about girls so many times, like people make fun of the girl in high school that was like sleeping around, and it turns out like the girl was just doing that because like she never felt pretty and she never told she was pretty when she was 8 by her mom or her dad. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that, bro. Like every little thing you do matters, even if you think it's a little thing that doesn't matter. Like not hugging your dad, like that's the thing that sticks with the kid for, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, remember that with children. Be delicate with children, care for children. They are the future. And yeah, man. My name is Rashad Milligan, as always. I hope you take care of yourselves. This was still an hour on a hotspot. I don't know how much hotspot I'm gonna have after this. I did this with no internet. I don't know what that's going to mean for uploading these individual videos and segments, but please have a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, a great night, all of the things. If nobody else told you, I care about you. Until next time, please take care of yourself.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question. Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.